Hello, Mother Mage here, and welcome back to Avorion, where we will be loading up our Season 2 world, or galaxy rather, and seeing what we could do. I've been looking at what there is. I've been doing a small amount of trading because I haven't had much time because I was up last night till about 1:30. Thanks to me spending 165 bucks, so for you Americans that would be about $16, $14 actually, around there, buying Elder Scrolls Online, and then finding out that it's the Steam version, so my brother's non-Steam version that I have is not going to work until I can finish up the Steam version's download and actually create an account. Which is kind of disappointing because I wanted to play it by now, perhaps recorded it today, but yeah, it's not gonna happen. Now, what I wanted to do here was look into, so I didn't do that much farming, mainly because I was very busy. Now, luxury foods I did look at, it's way too expensive for me. But one thing I did notice is processors is extremely expensive. And I believe it was here, there is displays. Apparently displays are crazy expensive. I think I was 100 million, 110 million. Here we go, displays. You can tell displays by the cost for the factory. Now, factory is going to cost glass, which isn't that hard to get. Microchips, which is semi-hard to get. Semiconductors, which I can almost make. I just need steel, I believe. And plasma cells. Plasma cells is going to be a problem, though. I believe plasma cells was upward. Yes. Okay, so plasma cells are going to require steel, which I don't have steel, but I can get steel. Biogas. That I'm going to need a fish farm for, which is going to require wheat, water, and oxygen. Wheat is producing wheat and oxygen, so I can actually get those two quite easily. The only problem is, well, actually I can get the water easily as well, because it's a basic farm. So, in other words, plasma cells shouldn't be a problem for me, except for the price for all the factories. Damn, doing this is kinda expensive. Getting expensive. But in any case, processors, you saw exactly how much processor cost. Microchips, semiconductors. Semiconductors I can do. Microchips I'm not quite sure at just yet. Where is the microchip? I need to go look at microchips are wire, semiconductor, and energy cells. Semiconductors I can make, I believe, as far as I can remember. Semiconductors, steel, silicon, gold, energy. Yes, so semiconductors I can make as long as I get some steel. The problem is wires. Wires require plastic, which I believe in order to make plastic I require, what is it? I believe I require oil, which I still do not know how to get. I need to look into that, but I didn't know what I was gonna make today, so I want to start working perhaps on getting semiconductors up, so steel, perhaps somehow getting oil up, I don't know how. So plastic, how to make plastic. Displays also require quite a lot of things like microchips. Displays are, however, kinda expensive. Wires require plastic. Where is the plastic production? I remember that there was a plastic factory somewhere. Maybe it was under here. Maybe it was under base. Wait, there. Oil refinery still requires oil. Okay, yeah, sure. Ah, here, plastic. Requires oil. Now, I don't know how to get raw oil, which is kind of sad. I might just look into it after this episode on how to get oil. Perhaps it's fish oil, you never know. It requires oil and energy cells. Maybe one of these farms do it? I don't know. Because I'm going to need a fish farm at one other point, perhaps a fungus farm as well. Ooh, fungus farm. Oh, the fungus farm actually requires the biogas. So no fungus farms just yet. Would love to be able to make high capacity lenses, but high capacity lenses require diamonds and plastic, which I cannot do. It requires oil, nitrogen, fluorine, rice, corn, carbon. In order to make steel, I'm going to need coal, carbon, or just coal and scrap metal. So, or I'm going to need coal and carbon. Carbon is going to be hard to make because that's going to require me to sacrifice some of my wheat production. Well, I could just make a basic scrap metal factory, but the problem is I still need coal, which means I'm going to need an extractor on an asteroid for that specifically. Making steel is going to be interesting. I have to admit that. Let's quickly go to other farm area. You can actually remain here. Orders idle. I'm gonna try and keep as much in my first sector as I can, because it's gonna keep them all tightly compacted and make it easier for me to find where what is. Because if I need to start searching for, say, my plasma construction side, my plasma cells, or constantly need to work between one sector to the next, just to transfer things between multiple stations, I'm just going to get angry. So what I'm going to do is put them all in one sector, just give them all massive shields, so that's going to protect them. Let's see what type of mines I can. Copper mine, I need a copper mine at one other point. Now, how do I get coal? That is the question. Coal, platinum, silver, gold, silver, gold, silver, platinum, and that's all the mines I've got, unless it appears earlier or later, which it will be a problem. I can't remember. I think it required aluminium in order to, or aluminum, in order to make the steel plates, but I also need semiconductors, processors, I think those type of stuff before we can start making mining bots. So mining robots are going to sell for a decent amount each time. So in other words, I'm going to have problems because I don't know how to make steel, otherwise I'm going to have to buy steel, which is going to be expensive. And this is zinc mine, so I don't need a zinc mine, that's at least good. Ore is going to need coal and carbon, not just carbon, which is kind of sad. Copper I could probably use, so I might as well just build a copper mine now. Or what I could do is build, because this is the expensive one, so what I could do is silver and gold or something like that. But for now I'm thinking of just going copper, perhaps getting aluminium one later. Ice I don't really require, because that's just water. Oh, sorry about that. Ice is just plain water. So copper, aluminium, and then something that gives me silver should be the train that I'm following. Perhaps silver or platinum, because that's more expensive and platinum sells for more base, as far as I can remember. In any case, let's start with a copper mine. Name it. B05E. Ah, that's a nice confusing name. Yeah, now this station is going to be basically empty. I forgot about that. So I'm going to need to add in crew, which is going to be fun. It's going to be fun, they said. Great, now I need to go hire crew, bring them back here, babysit them, make sure that this thing is generating enough power, has a big enough shield, all those things. And I'm out of neonite. It's generating how much power? 5 gigawatts. I believe. Can't really see through all the stuff it places in the way, but in any case, it should be fine. 60,000. No. Still too big. I need about 10,000. Come on, game. There we go, that's better. 4,500 for 10,000 shield. Probably cost me a lot. You can get rid of it and buy a trinium. It's 24. Let's just go for about 10 or 11. That's 5,200. See, that's a lot better. Because what I previously had was like massive cost, like 60,000. That's not fine by me. It's not worth it. Now, what I want to do is I want to grab hull, trinium hull preferably. Shrink it down to as small as I can get it. No, like this. Fill out a bit any other docking ports that were pre-built. No, it would not appear there's any other pre-built docking ports, which is kinda good. Now, which way is front? This side is front, good. What I'm going to do is shrink it and regrow it. It's around. This one here, so now it has 2 docking ports. But now it still requires 10 mechanics and 2 engineers. Does it actually have them? No, it does not have them. Do you sell crew mechanics and engineers to 2 engineers and 10, 11 mechanics? Remember correctly? Where is the docking ports on this thing? It's a docking port right there and docking port right there. Should check properly because the other ones might get crashed into. I can click while the Zotan are here with this ship because this ship doesn't have any weapons or anything on it. It's mainly there for just transporting things. Now let's buy about 3 of these, just for in case, and about 12 of these. Of course there's pirates. What else would there be? Oh, they're attacking me. It's just so bad. Sarcasm. It's amazing. Humor your enemies. They're attacking you. So humor them. Zotan will take care of them anyways. I don't need to worry about them because Zotan will take care of them for me. Okay, so now I'm gonna need about 2 of these transferred. Let's transfer 3 of them. And then mechanics, I'm gonna need about 13 is gonna be. I'm going to need 1 more or 2 more. Just transfer one of the more advanced ones. That should be enough, I suppose. Yeah, that's enough. A bit over enough, but hey. Can't really say no to that. Okay, now. Energy requirements is 10.79 gigawatts, and I'm producing 18.53 gigawatts. Crew is actually pretty full on this ship. Ship's actually doing quite well. It's about 11,000 on hull and shielding, which is decent. Now, one thing I did want to quickly do here is check how far back this one goes. It's only the sector, isn't it? Probably yes. Let's see here. This thing, yeah, doesn't say anything but multiple sectors. Yeah, it's not very good. Is this thing even producing anything yet? Vital goods. Oh, because I'm stupid, aren't I? I forgot about one of the most important things. A cargo bay. Yeah, 16,000 for a cargo bay seems fair. What I could actually do, instead of using trinium for that, I can use neonite for it. And then, because neonite, I'm not afraid of using. Neonite I can get back quite easily. Well, trinium as well, but neonite is more common here. If I can start making enough money off of this, then I can actually start money off of constructing things and selling them. And I can actually do a, instead of mining, I can just buy them. Whoa, that is a stream, like a hail of bullets. I'm gonna go look at this battle though. That is definitely chain guns. That is a lot of chain guns. Every time I enter into a combat area, it sort of lags. Yeah, that is a lot of bullets. That is basically what I want. Ooh, solar gold. Let's quickly see here. Paint job. What's this? Ooh, not bad. Did I just pick up solar gold? Khaki, goldenrod. So it was a bit more intense than that. Dark orange. Suppose you can only have that many colors. Solar salmon. Ooh. Let's create a solar salmon ship. It does look remarkably fish-like. It's a more better way of saying it. Now, that is a decent looking fish. I always want to eat it. If I could, that would have been weird though. It just looks weird. But in any case, that's interesting. It's a paint job. Should be happy. See, any weapon. Ooh, there's a blue. I see a blue over there. Do upgrade. Do something good. I see a white upgrade over there. Might as well just pick these things up now that I am here. Ooh, that was close. Rush. Luckily they don't get bothered by me just flying around. Which is interesting, because way at the start everybody thought that just by your getting close to them they attack you. But now that I've played for a while, I know that they're actually quite friendly. The Zotan are a friendly race. I don't know why we want to kill them, because if we don't fight then there's no problem. They can just leave us alone. But now, the bloody human race, I'm assuming we're humans, because there's always fighting everywhere. That because they're always fighting, they're always getting attacked by the Zotan, they always bring up hate for the Zotan. But if they just stop shooting each other and stop mining and things, just wait until the Zotan's out of the sector and then start mining, then it's all fine. Zotan are basically like police, stopping the other races from like illegally mining and stuff. Which is an interesting way of seeing it. I just thought about what I just said and it's like, wow, that is weird. Okay, so I can use plankton to make some other stuff. This is where the problem arises, because now I need things that I do not have yet, because I need steel. In order to get steel, I need coal or coal. So otherwise I'm gonna have to go buy it, which could get expensive. Yeah. Well, I think I have to end the episode here. It's not that I've done that much, I've just been talking the entire time. But I hope it was at least entertaining listening to me just ramble about flying around, trying to figure out what to do next. Well, see you guys next episode where I actually know what I'm gonna... And I might start doing Space Engineers. A survival series on Space Engineers, like my own, very own solo survival on a planet, attempting to build a giant rig, maybe, probably just going to do it all, like off camera, just playing it and trying to sort of have a semi-competition with my one friend, I suppose you could call him, his nephew, but yeah, his friend. A good friend. Well, in that case, see you guys next episode, and goodbye.